Alright, SonicNKnux here. It's time for that special thing that I told you was going to happen. There was a tournament held from January 29th to February 1st. It's Frosty Faustings 18. It was held in Lombard, which is actually it's not very far from where I live, to be honest. I did not go. But yeah, it was there, and Pokkén was a small event. It primarily focuses on Guilty Gear and other anime fighters. I'm just looking right here at the start.gg page for it. I was alerted to some very good Blastoise play, right, by Jin. He is a big Pokkén commentator. He said, yo, you should react to my Blastoise in losers finals, right, versus Jukum at Frosty Faustings. And I said, ho, say less. So I am here. We're gonna take a look at this. So in the next frame that you're gonna see, all right, gentleman on the left is Jin, gentleman on the right is Jukum. Jukum is did he win the last one? He did not win the last one. He's a former Pokemon Pokkén world champion. I forget which worlds he won. But I know he usually plays Sceptile and Empoleon, I believe. I don't know which one he's gonna play here. I actually don't know how this is gonna go. It's my first time seeing this. I'm nervous. He starts off with Blastoise. My man.
Let's go.
Now, personally,
Blastoise versus Empoleon. I wouldn't say it's a difficult fight. I wouldn't say it's a difficult fight for Blastoise at all.
But it's a hell of a lot less than I have to prove with magnitude.
Okay, so we're gonna be looking at from Jukum's viewpoint.
He's gonna cook something.
Okay, he immediately flies in.
Oh, waterfall!
Okay, set up the bubble. Yeah. Oh, Jukum didn't block. He didn't block the bubble. Got hit by another one. Yeah, grab range.
Gets the Aqua Jet stuff. That's a good kickflip from Jin.
So you see here, right? You see here that Jin, he's very liberal with the bubble, right? If you got empty space, you want to throw it down the bubble.
Because Blastoise is a powerhouse. He may be bulky, but he knows how to deal damage once he lands all of his hits.
Jukum's kind of moving kind of fast here.
Rock smash. Not enough to
He's not really respecting what Blastoise is doing at all.
And then he
yeah, a lot of gap closing.
right at his ankles, and that knocked him out.
Okay, we're on round 2. I don't know. I think this is best of 3.
Like, it has so much range.
Okay, he jumps the Emoga, tags him with the, I think, Steel Wing.
It's freaking.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to go for a withdrawal and then just use the X follow-up just to get out of the corner, even if you get hit. Sometimes it works in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. In this case, it didn't. He ended up getting, like, carried all the way over to the opposite corner. That does happen sometimes.
When he went up in the air like that,
The important thing is to, like, show your opponent that you're not just going to sit there and just let him, you know, bully you in the corner. That was a good setup. He let his shield down on the bubble again.
So it's less a TP and more of like.
Yeah, a lot of people, they kind of underestimate the bubble. So yeah, he was able to surf right over Lapras and tag Jukum during his recovery.
Gets him in.
Yeah, he just goes for another bubble. He's like, just go for it. But yeah, Jukum he's in burst, or he is in burst, so he would have ignored the bubble anyway.
He had enough time to block before.
All right, now
Blastoise could find
Yeah, just jump the Aqua Jets.
Oh, drill peck.
That's a good kickflip.
Oh,
The bubbles.
again.
Yep.
Oh, the water spout. I think that's water spout.
Yep, and that's a KO. Okay, so this is the first game. He's like he hadn't gone for that water pulse all game. Water pulse is a command grab. Like sometimes you whip it out at the very end because they don't expect it. Once you kind of have them conditioned to sit and block for a bit, he didn't go for water spout a whole lot here. But bubble was definitely the move that was putting in a lot of work.
Who knows what any of the names are called?
I'm hoping I got the volume up loud enough so you guys can also hear the commentators.
I mean, yeah, like,
I guess when I don't talk.
Lemon's been
Going for Ice Beam.
more recently. He's a Empoleon main. I think there's a couple of
Okay, he went for the waterfall instead of the Rock Smash follow-up.
Oh yeah, May has a pocket Empoleon, although she's mostly
I should say Jukum. Okay, grabs Jin in the corner.
Alright, look at that.
That is a
grab.
really long animation.
Okay, the wall bounce adds 30 damage.
So Jin has the lead by 1 game.
Okay, blocks the water spout. Oh!
Yeah, see, Jukum is trying to close the gap a lot with Empoleon. He's not really trying to let Blastoise get to a point where he can sit at mid-range and get all his best attacks off.
But it might if he connects
Oh,
it.
good armor.
Sometimes that is what you want to do. The key is like where Blastoise has a difficult time is that if he's fighting opponents that have an easy time putting him on the wall and keeping him on the wall, that's where he has his worst matchups. Like I don't consider Empoleon to be those type, you know, in that group of characters that can do that to Blastoise. Is like you can kind of see if Blastoise can kind of like do whatever he wants, if he can use his different special attacks like what Jin is able to do here, then it's generally a decent matchup for Blastoise, right? It's like it's not something that he's gonna struggle, you know, or overtly struggle at.
Rock smash, giving him the
Right, so now he's getting pinned on the wall.
I don't think he's gonna burst.
I mean, they're both blue.
He's losing a lot of HP and shit.
Blue.
I tried to 2x attack by Lapras.
Oh, now we got a. Oh,
That's a good burst call. That's a good burst call.
Pushed a button. That was a hit.
I don't know what did he go. One sec. What did he go for after the burst? Because I think I would have tried to. Was that Aqua Jet?
Oh, no, I think
It might have been Aqua Jet. What is that? 341.05. 341. 340.55. Can you scrub it by frame? You can't. You can't scrub it by frame. I want to make sure that okay, it's at 1x speed.
But they're both blue.
Deep Blue Rule is the name of Empoleon's burst.
Actually, I ought to be able to slow it down.
Oh, now.
Oh, he went for 8x. Okay. Oh, he went for 8x. Yeah. Okay. If Jin had gone for the water pulse, the 8x would have slapped him out of it, and I think would have plastered him on the wall. So yeah, that burst call was very good. Yeah, I thought he went for Aqua Jet. Aqua Jet still would have stopped the a command grab as well.
Oh, no, I think
That burst was probably the best option he could have gone for. Even if he had hit him on shield, he would have knocked him away a little bit.
Pretty even in health now,
Or like knocked him back.
Also hits like a frickin' truck.
I mean, that is definitely what Blastoise is known for. He's a heavy hitter.
Test volume for a sec.
I mean, I wouldn't even call him a heavy hitter. More just like insane amounts of projectiles, but also really slow.
Yeah, see, right now Jukum has a life lead. Jin has to run him down.
But surely healing health because of his burst mode.
Yeah, he has to run him down so that he can get the life lead.
Pulled off the Aqua
Yeah, there's still
Jet.
half a minute left that they can play.
Under.
Okay.
Oh.
Counters both of the hits. Is this kill? This has to be killed. Right?
No, it's not a kill yet.
Waterfall scaling. What is?
Yeah,
waterfall?
now he's got to slow walk it in.
Oh, too far.
Oh, come on.
Ah. Hit him with the 8x.
That
Okay.
is really,
This is 1-1.
like tense. I was
Indeed.
almost at the edge of my seat, everyone.
Yeah, they both closed the gap.
Right
That
down.
looks like it.
Neither of them wants to deal with each other's mid-range
That's just
attacks.
Empoleon's JX,
Yeah.
which he then canceled into the slide into the steel wing for the.
Yeah, that's a setup.
Counter. Okay.
Yep.
That's no defense.
Did he get the?
whatsoever.
He didn't get the. Man, he didn't get the defense buff up either.
Damage.
Rock smash counter pierces.
A lot of times when I play Blastoise, since I tend to block probably a little too much, right? I tend to have to deal with getting grabbed on my wake up. But certain characters, if they can crush counters, they may go for a counter crush as well.
Oh.
I don't even know what button that is, but you know the one.
Hold on. What's the Vertiger's talking about? He said he doesn't know what button it was.
Knocked out.
Wow, the range on.
Oh.
I don't even know what button that is.
Oh,
but you-
that button is 6x. That button is 6x. It is invulnerable to highs. I think it's like when he's in the middle of the swing.
Log moment, everybody. Oh.
Gets his.
But he gets
It's like right there. It's like when he leans down like that, he's invulnerable to highs, and it will sometimes catch jumps. If they're too far, yeah, like that's a lot of range on it. It's pretty minus if you do it on a shield, but if you space it out, like if you like he's pretty much at maximum range here. If you space it out all the way, it's relatively safe. Like you should be good.
down.
He changed
Wow,
it 1,
range
2
on-
Oh.
into a
I don't
hydro
know what
pump.
button that is,
Huge
but
amount
you
of
know the
damage.
one.
That's what you want to see.
You know
He's
the
a
one.
yeah.
The frickin'
He's tagging Jukum a lot with these bubbles, making him block it.
If you know, you know.
I think I'm not sure when the active frames are on Aqua Jet, but I know Jukum can. It's like you can't. Empoleon can Aqua Jet through the bubble, but I don't know if he can do it like on frame 1.
He brought that into burst after connecting the
Worst
level
command
3
grab in the game, but he's
Aqua
still
Jet.
using it.
Level 3 Aqua Jet into burst.
This a KO?
Does this kill?
Yeah.
Actually?
I I think so.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
does.
Yeah, that's a kill.
Okay, 1-1.
Jukum
Next
is-
game.
Okay, they're 1-1. Jin's playing very well. Jin's playing very well. He's closing the gap. I'm actually pleasantly surprised to see him using bubble so much. I like to see it.
And we got a very satisfied Empoleon.
I don't think I've seen any Dark Pulse yet, but also Empoleon has Ice Beam, so it's like it's not the kind of fight that you really want to fight at range, because Empoleon is gonna outshoot Blastoise every time. Okay, at range, he's gonna shut him down with Ice Beam. So it's a fight you wanna bring it to him close to mid range.
It's still crazy how long this game has been, and we still got a pretty tight-knit community.
Like, this game is...
Yeah, like you notice, like they're not wasting time, or Jin's not wasting time trying to shoot at range. Like I said, Ice Beam is gonna shut down everything he tries to go for.
We're still playing this.
Yeah, and Jukum is trying to force him into the corner. That's pretty much Blastoise's lose condition. Like if you can force him in the corner and keep him there, you have a much easier time dealing with him.
We always like to see returning players.
This is true.
Yep. Every single time you knock your opponent down, if you can, go for the bubble and then go for water spout. If you can't go for the bubble, but you can go for the water spout, always go for the water spout. The water spout is 44 damage in chip. I think if Blastoise is at max HP, I forget if there's it's got different values. It's got values for if it's like if he's at max HP, and then if he's below half HP, and then he actually does more damage with it if his HP is in the red than if he's at half HP, because the mechanics of the game, when your HP is in the red, you get a damage increase. But if Blastoise is at max HP, that move is doing, the water spout is doing 44 damage in chip. Bubble is doing 10 damage in chip. So every time he knocks his opponent, every time Jin knocks his opponent down, he goes for bubble, forces him to block the bubble, because if he tries to counter the bubble, Jin's gonna immediately go for the water spout, which is actually what he did. He tried to call a support. He called support on the bubble. He wasn't thinking about the water spout, and he got tagged with the water spout. That's a very simple setup that you can do on an opponent. Okay, and he's actually going for it again. He's going to throw a bubble down, and he's going to call it again. He's going to call the water spout. If you get hit with the bubble, it's 10. If you get hit with water spout, it's 44. It becomes 54 damage in chip. And if you can keep doing that 2 and 3 and 4 times on your opponent, that damage is going to rack up.
Well, not about this height. Brain is getting fried today with all this height.
Get stuffed out of the rock smash.
Yep. Doing 5 wide cancels in field, staying at mid range. Like with this kind of fight, again, you don't want to fight this fight at long range. He's gonna use Lapras. Okay, this time he got tagged by Lapras.
But he was too far to
Yeah, just holding shield. You could jump it, but I mean, I think he's fine where he's at. Again, what did he use there? He's got Emolga. Okay, so Emolga knocks him far enough. He knocks him like right into the mid range that he needs to be to hit him with water spout.
Plus the water spout.
Oh, he did a little spin
against
there.
bubble. That was an interesting.
Yep, bubble and water spout. Right, a really good Blastoise is going to be able to find those opportunities to tag you with water spout over and over and over.
Oh, level 3.
Another deep blue ruler.
Which is why, as Blastoise's opponent, so he tags him with the burst here. As Blastoise's opponent, you want to do whatever you can to basically stay out of that water spout range. That move is fixed. Okay, yeah. See, he's trying to zone him. He's trying to zone him. Jukum tagged him with the Ice Beam. I think he went for it twice, right? Yeah, he went for it twice. He got over it, and he went for it again. Yeah.
Withdraw 10 jumps. That's interesting.
Yeah, he armors the water gun because he's in burst.
Oh, before he can use bubble.
I think he tagged him with a Aqua Jet or with a Drill Peck.
10 jumps. That's interesting.
Okay, no, he tags him with JY.
Oh, before he can use bubble.
Please tell me he's in. He can block. Okay, countered it.
Yeah, counters the 6X.
This is really close.
I don't think that's gonna be.
Jin hasn't gone for any 6Ys yet.
Oh, crap.
6Y eliminates projectiles.
Bubble.
He's down. Jumps it. Gets the spin.
Oh, Hydro
Yeah,
Cannon.
he's trying to space him out.
Hydro Cannon.
You got Lapras again.
Oh, Lapras hitting.
That might actually taken me out. I think I would have tried to jump that Lapras. I totally forgot about the I forgot about Empoleon's 8Y there. Yeah.
Jumps it, gets the...
He goes for it, he calls Lapras, or does Hydro Cannon.
That was Hydro Cannon.
Calls Lapras, goes for the 8Y to cover the ground and the air.
Oh,
Yeah, just in case he tried to jump Lapras.
Lapras
Yep.
Ah, it doesn't go high enough to air.
Oh.
What you can do is you could probably jump away from Lapras and then go for Bubble. If you go for Bubble, if you it's got two versions of it. The tapped version of it will you'll stay in the air for much longer. If you long press it, you'll fast fall out of the air. But if he had jumped away from Lapras and then went for a regular Bubble, he might have been able to escape Empoleon's 8Y.
That forward, like he wasn't even doing anything, and he still gets it.
Okay, Jukum's going for Snivy.
That was a really good.
Jin's got Emolga.
I wouldn't say baiting. It's just
Oh,
like,
yeah, he got in on
I
him.
was waiting for an opening to hit him with JY.
Yeah, you can kind of figure out what, like, the more you play, right? The more you play over and over, you kind of figure out what it is that he's going for. Jukum's going for like double. He's going for double. I think it's Steel Wing. He's going for double Steel Wing because Steel Wing crushes counters. So if he tries to jump, he'll knock him out of the air. If he tries to use Withdraw to get a defense buff up or counter, he's gonna crush the counters. So he goes for it, and then once Jukum has Jin in the corner, then he goes for a Drill Peck. Again, he's trying to stop him from jumping and crossing him up. And then even then he goes for a Waterfall as well. He's done like 3 or 4 times just to cover the air to keep Jin from getting out of that corner.
there we go. Well, it's more that like Jukum was just spamming JY.
Jumps the
Like,
Emolga.
that's what he was
Good
up for
counter.
in that situation, and Jin kind of just messed up. That's a good Snivy.
Yeah, if you tag somebody with that belly bump, the 5X, and they're blocking, you can kind of bounce off of them far enough that you can reset yourself back to mid-range.
Is he gonna try and go
Tags him with the 6X after the bubble.
Like a little upswing kind of.
He's nailing them with these.
Oh,
The water's done.
both their synergy gauges are almost full, everyone. And now
Yes,
one
yes,
is
yeah.
full.
Yeah, Bubble is I think Bubble is a mid. I think Bubble is either a mid or a special mid. And I think the reason why you want to do Bubble low to the ground is if it's too high up, your opponent can duck under it easily. And if they have moves like Empoleon has a 2X, and Empoleon's 2X will slide underneath high attacks. If you do Bubble too high, your opponent will be able to slide right under it and tag you.
Gets crushed.
Which is why you don't want to be too close when using the move.
Is he gonna try and go under?
Yeah, see, he's
No,
trying
gonna
to step
get-
back to avoid the bubble and gets tagged by the 6X.
Oh!
Yeah, see, here he goes for the bubble and then he's just holding shield. Probably because if Jukum wanted to, he might have been able to slide under it with a 2X.
Synergy gauges
And Jin's probably just holding shield to see what he's going to go for.
are almost full, everyone.
Man, he actually got over him with that.
Now one is
yeah.
full.
It really sucks when your opponent's able to cross you up and you can't stop him.
First, Jukum does have the right hit. I think
He
Jukum might
backdash? Okay,
Oh,
no,
he
he jumped it.
He went down.
JX.
Yeah, at this point, you just can fire single water guns just to hold him down.
Oh,
More.
more chip damage.
That's gonna get stuff.
Okay.
Well, lucky for
Uh,
Jukum, that's gonna scale horribly.
Yeah, see, Jukum's he's not holding shield on wake up.
In the corner at 15.
Oh.
This is gonna.
So he's getting tagged by a lot of projectiles.
The game 3 goes to Jin.
Okay, this is game 3.
Very marvelous
Okay, this
set
is
from both the
losers.
players,
So
though, honestly, it came down to the end there,
this would
as
be
you
3
all
out of
saw
5
those.
then. If this is game 3.
Are they? Wait. Are
They're
they?
still
Are they
going.
Okay. Oh yeah, this format is 3 out of 5.
That's not a no, wait. This is losers finals.
Okay, he said Vertiger said it's
Yeah.
losers finals. So yeah, losers finals they'll go best of 5.
But anyway,
Very good job holding him down, making him block at the start while he closes in.
this is a best of 5.
Gets knocked out of his counterattack with the Steel Wing.
Nice
that's
Grabbed on wake up. That
Nice
happens all the
grab.
time against Blastoise. It's kind of like that's pretty much what you want to do. Right.
Kind of excessive.
Blastoise has a very hard time breaking
Blastoise is
throws
version of up
in dual
dog.
phase as
Does
well.
get his own,
Hold on, let me see that real quick.
feels kind of excessive.
Oh, he
Oh,
Okay,
nice
that's a good
grab.
grab.
Nice crit.
grabs him. He's in the corner now.
Hits on a grab.
Oh, he countered it. Yeah, he countered it in an said, "Get off me."
Withdraw into going up, kind of like.
Yeah, you see that? He goes for the bubble, and then Jukum responds with the ice beam. The ice beam is fast. it will outshoot Blastoise every time. He got out of it because I think he canceled.
Withdraw into.
He goes for it. Yeah, he goes for water gun, and then he cancels forward. When you cancel forward out of water gun, you avoid lows. Yeah, so he jumps and he could. Oh, okay. See, in some scenarios, at that point, I would have gone for a rapid spin. I think I might have got hit by this counter attack right here. Because yeah, I would have used rapid spin. Jukum would have been holding counter, and he would have slapped me out of my rapid spin, and he would have also absorbed the bubble too. So Jin did a good job, not going too crazy on him.
Blastoise's own version of
I got hit out of the 6X.
Does get his own conversion off that trick though.
Oh,
Ice Beam, JY, 2Y into Defog. I think that's the 4A.
if it works, it was
Yeah,
tempting.
Jukum's always trying to stay on him. He doesn't want him to get into the optimal range he needs to be.
Dash up.
Defog.
No default.
Yeah.
Exit though. He's just doing it for the doing it.
Aqua Jet, ooh, tech the grab, ooh, but he's checking the air. He won't let him jump out.
Jukum is definitely
Yep, just
doing the stuff.
yeah. When they do that, because there's a Napoleon player that I sometimes run into online. Her name is May, and she likes doing that a lot with Napoleon, the JY. It's hard to walk out of that, right? You have to end up walking and blocking out because Blastoise is so slow.
Oh, collision.
So he starts doing this. When he start doing this, you end up having to just time a hydro pump to tag Napoleon out of it, right? Because it's like it's really hard for Blastoise to just walk his way out of that. So it's like you just end up having to walk and block.
Jukum's just trying to get
Tag him with a 6X again. He's really good with these 6Xs. I don't do 6X nearly as much. One second, let me see what he.
Keeps getting stuffed out.
So I think I would try to go for a J. What is it? Like a J9Y, I think. I would try to go for a J9Y, like a long range JY. Sorry if I'm starting to stop it so much. I'm just kind of explaining things as I see it. Okay, he tagged him. Okay, water gun and then canceled into a 6X. He's doing really good with these 6X calls.
Jukum's like, I just need that one.
How did he get around him? He slid. He did the ice skate. He tags him with the hydro pump. Man, he just vaults over him. That sucks. That sucks.
Sweet hit.
Okay.
To take the round.
Jukum's calling Lapras again.
I don't even know.
Pretty much staying with their supports throughout the whole set. Tags him with Emoga again, sets him up for the water spout.
Normally anyway.
But they're Jukum's kind of getting hit by the same stuff. Bubble and 6X and water spout. He's not respecting it too much, but it's not doing him, you know, a disservice, right? It's like he's still able to get in and get his hits. Just he's being a lot less respectful of the moves, I guess, than I would expect.
It's all about fishing.
Good burst attack from Jin.
Stuff that can lead into your ice moves or an Aqua Jet.
Yeah, when you fight a lot of stronger players, they're not going to care about what you can do. You have to make them care. Yeah, I would have canceled back out of that. Oh, that's a hit. Can you get him? 5X, Ice Beam into Hydro Cannon. That's a lot of damage. Okay, but he does have the Blastoise does have the defense buff up.
Okay.
I didn't think he was going to catch him with that.
At least I think it's Waterfall.
I still think it's Water Spout.
The move is Water Spout. Blastoise, they're going back and forth. They're kind of flip-flopping on what the move is. Verdigris and Alpha, that move is Water Spout. Blastoise does not have Waterfall. You would think it's Waterfall, but it's not. I think Suicune has Waterfall. Hell, I might be even wrong about that. I know for sure Empoleon has Waterfall. Suicune may or may not have Waterfall. I'm not sure. I don't think Suicune has it. But Empoleon does. Blastoise does not.
I still think it's Water Spout. I could check the wiki, but that means I have to tear my eyes away from this riveting gameplay.
I mean, this game is too hype.
Calling Snivy. Change it into an Aqua Jet. Empoleon's Aqua Jet has different properties depending on how far away from your opponent you are. The farther away from your opponent you are, the more hits you get.
The edge of the defog doesn't lead into it though.
He was too far for that run.
Yeah, see, sometimes Jukum wants to close the gap on him, and other times he wants to try to keep him at bay.
Lead into it, though.
Yeah, he tried to, I think, was it 1x? I think he tried to 1x and skate away from him.
Slap him on the wall.
Oh, the combo
Doesn't
dropped. He
get
didn't hit the wall splat.
Yeah, doesn't get the spins now.
Yeah.
That will.
Oh, that's a
So if you see here, Jukum is he's really good at checking the air, right? Number one thing Blastoise doesn't want to do is he doesn't want to be in a corner. Okay, so when he was fighting at range,
too far.
Gets him with the edge of the.
he was doing okay at range, and then Jin got in his face, and he didn't like that too much. So now he has to switch gears,
He's minus.
and now he's knocking him down. Now he's forcing him into the corner. Yeah, Jin got up. I think he might have tried to jump, but yeah, it's like he multiple steel wings, right? So he caught the jump, knocks him into the wall, and now he's got him stuck there.
Oh, the combo dropped. He didn't hit the wall splat.
Right, but he spaces out a little bit, and then he calls the Snivy. He's doing whatever he can to keep him in the corner.
Was a nasty
Right, that's the lose condition for Blastoise.
All right, that gives Jukum.
Right, so it's like between the waterfall and the 8Y and the Snivy,
And Napoleon's
time I'm doing
admiring.
math.
and I think the JY as well.
something like that. Or he's pointing to where he's going to launch Blastoise.
Okay, so yeah, I think in this tournament the loser has the opportunity to change characters.
Jin, 'cause
Yeah, Jin's the only one who can switch since he lost.
I mean,
Jukum's stuck with him.
Is Jin gonna go again, or is he going to switch supports?
Switching supports, but I think
That was really good.
Probably thinking brainstorming here. He's
That's really good.
Thinking hard.
do I play the matchup that's buns?
He's going Pachirisu Magic Cart.
I think
No,
he's
I'm sorry.
next
This
to
is Jin.
Dark
This is Jin, not Jin. This is Jukum's viewpoint.
All right. Oh, dark
Okay,
ride.
so
Here's
Jin has switched off. Jin has switched off of our beloved Blastoise, and he is now playing Darkrai. So, for my part, my reaction is over. If you are interested, this is on the UGS Gaming channel on Twitch, and I guess this covers all of their. Did this cover all of their broadcasts? It covered the whole tournament. Well, I won't say that. I won't say it covered the whole tournament, but it seems like it's covered a lot of the games. This might be the channel that they use to broadcast the tournament from. Some stuff I did not expect to see. I did not expect to see that Jukum playing Empoleon would disrespect Bubble as much as he did. He got tagged by Bubble a lot. He got tagged by from the Blastoise viewpoint, he got tagged by Bubble, he got tagged by Water Spout, he got tagged by, I think he tagged him a couple times with Hydro Pump as well. But just like Hydro Pump off of Emogo or off of I think was a Water Spout. Yeah, I think it was Water Spout. He would plaster him on the wall. Jin did a great job with his mid-range attacks. Did a good job holding his opponent down. You want to hold your opponent down and then use the Water Spout either to tag him or to get chipped. It's like there were more than a few times where Jukum would either try to counter the bubble or he would try to call a support to intercept the bubble and tag Blastoise, and he wasn't thinking about Blastoise immediately calling down the Water Spout and crushing the counterattack. Okay, for Jukum's part, Jukum was doing a lot to close the gap on Blastoise. Okay, he was using Aqua Jet, he was using Steel Wing, and then once he has him in the corner through the Steel Wing, and also there's an input that Empoleon can do where he can kind of skate. He can kind of like long press some of his moves that he can skate into his opponent and close the gap very quickly. He was doing a lot of that. Once you have Blastoise in the corner, you want to kind of do whatever you can to keep him there, because that's Blastoise's lose condition. Blastoise hates being in the corner. Okay, he's using Drill Peck, he's using Waterfall, he's using the Snivy support, he's using Steel Wing. Okay, multiple options that Empoleon has to try and keep Blastoise in the corner. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. You know, at long range, he also did a couple setups there where he went for Lapras. I think he called Lapras on him, and just in case he went for an 8Y, and which is Empoleon's anti-air. It's got range on it, kind of like Blastoise's 8A Hydro Pump. But yeah, it's like in case Blastoise tried to jump the Lapras, he would get tagged by the 8Y. Okay, that's kind of how you want to play this fight. Okay, Empoleon I would consider to be much more on the easier side of fights to deal with as Blastoise, because again, if you you can actually get out. You can actually get out of the corner against Empoleon. Okay, you can get out of the corner against Empoleon. You can actually use your special attacks against Empoleon. There's some matchups that Blastoise has where all he can do is just walk and block and hold shield for the majority of the fight, and it's literally your opponent's fight to screw up. Okay, so he's fighting something like a Shadow Mewtwo, or he's fighting a Gardevoir or a Chandelure, you know, something like that, where you're pretty much walking and blocking through the majority of the fight until you can get off a 6Y and knock them down, and then you can, you know, set up a bubble and then set up a water spout, or until you can tag somebody with a rapid spin, or, you know, if they're going crazy on you in the corner, then you can long press your special button and then go into withdraw and then use the X follow up to get out of the corner, or you can go into withdraw and then extend the counter frames with rapid spin. This wasn't that kind of matchup, right? This was definitely a matchup that Blastoise can absolutely fight and can absolutely win too. But this was a great showing by Jen. I'm very happy to see a Blastoise in an offline tournament, right? And to see a Blastoise do so well in an offline tournament. This is how you want to play the character, all right? Anytime people want to tell you how bad a character is, because a lot of people love talking about how bad Blastoise is, ignore that, okay? Ignore what people say about how good or how bad a character is. If you want to play the character, learn the character, get good with the character, and shut everybody up. All right, it's that simple, right? If you're interested, you can go to the Pokkén Tournament DX community. It is on X. This is also hosted by Jen. I will put a link. I think I actually keep a link to that in my description, like for all of my Pokkén videos. So it's like that one's always there if you guys want to take a look at that. And with that, I think I'll wrap up. All right, if you guys like this video, leave a like. If you guys, I guess, want me to react to other tournaments, I guess online or offline tournaments regarding Pokkén like this, then I'll give it some thought. Okay, if you guys like a lot of the videos that I do for my channel, do subscribe, please. Feel free to check out my second channel, which does a lot of non-Pokkén content, as well as, like, I think I have years worth of other non-Pokkén stuff that was on this channel as well. All right, I will see you guys later. You guys take care. I gotta make something to eat. I am hungry. I'm very hungry. All right, bye bye.